Is going on, family? Welcome back to a live stream. Apologies for the lateness here. I hope you are all doing well. Haven't been in the game for about a few weeks, but glad I can make it tonight. Thank you, Pratik. Thank you to all of you. My wonderful greetings to every single one of you. Hope you're all having a lovely, lovely summer. Big up Faisal there. Big up to the brothers. Hibernating, absolutely, man. Absolutely hibernating. I've just got back from the UK. Been out for a few weeks, but what a week ahead, guys. What a week ahead. There's a lot to discuss, and in this show, we're gonna try and share some knowledge, hopefully, and get some things going. So good to see all of you. I know there's a lot of us. Let me know if you can hear me. Caveman, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, let's get this show popping, man. Let's get this show popping. Hey, Imbelta, salam to you, my sister. Long time. I mean, the weather in Europe is absolutely incredible right now. But yeah, listen, the crypto game has literally presented us with a hell of a week. Absolute hell of a week to go, and hopefully we're not too far away before we start to see some major movements for altcoins. And yeah, how's everybody doing? I hope your families are well. I hope you are all coping. It's been a long run, but I think we'll all be glad to see the back of this absolutely hell of a ride, I would say. Yeah, but great to see you. Ram in the building. I can see so many of you here. Patriot, Imbelta, Mikel, Riemann in the building as well. Faisal, big shout out to Pratik, Ram, Steve, Fuad, all of you, every single one of you. And I think one of the most important things, or one of the, with difficult times, you learn things, right? And one thing that I've been doing that has actually helped me and the community quite a bit is just really getting down to the macro. And without the macro, just getting rid of emotion. Once you get rid of emotion, then you're not really constantly in a state of FOMO. And I think that is one of the biggest problems in this space, is the constant state of FOMO. We decided to make some things as a flip, and of course, some things are still in the portfolio. Some things doing well. We had a massive move on Ethereum, but I did make a pretty good post, if I'm honest, before I left for holiday, which was regarding Ethereum. Now, many of you, of course, in the Discord might have seen that, and that would have taken a lot of emotions away to how you treat the market. So I'm glad, obviously, we are making the right calls, the right choices. We're investing in the right way. And right now, don't put your money into anything unless A, you are 100% sure of the project, and B, you're obviously making sure you do extra research. We know this space is absolutely full of, a lot of projects are working, and a lot of projects are not working, is probably the easiest way to put that. But I just wanted to share a couple of things with you. One is the economic calendar is very much stacked. Now, of course, in 20 hours, we've got this event. Probably the best place to start. And it's probably a good place to start. Now, a lot of people, obviously, if you know how the Fed moves, we know that there is no rate cuts in this meeting. We know that. Okay, there's no need to actually second guess what the Fed is doing. The information is given to us, and of course, you've got this very high probability that the rates will remain unchanged. 97%. Happy days. So we can skip that. Now, as far as Jerome Powell's demeanor and what he says, and how the Fed, obviously, how he reacts, all of that's been happening this week. I mean, you might have seen the famous clip where Trump and, of course, Powell were just at each other's throats. And of course, the big expectation was the ruling or the Open Market Committee is not a government agency that's subject to the Federal Sunshine Act, requiring an open meeting, despite claims to the contrary in a lawsuit filed by, of course, Azoria Capital. FOMC is set to meet on Tuesday and Wednesday. Of course, they've asked a judge to basically make a ruling to make the behind the closed doors meeting available and make it public, right? So this story, or this absolute fight between Trump and, of course, Powell, this is going to be unpredictable. You know, there's Jerome Powell and the Fed. Of course, we saw 2 weeks ago in the governors' meeting with the likes of Christine Lagarde, other central bank governors meeting, we saw the amount of support that internationally, globally, because it is a global market at the end of the day, the international financial system is all integrated. So the reason I'm actually giving you this kind of macro lowdown is this week is incredibly important. So by understanding where the potential market moves are going to be, I think you're going to continue to win over yourself by keeping your emotions in check. Of course, then we'll talk about the coins. We'll talk about other things that will make, those gains. And I do believe we are going to be, finally, the proof is going to be in the pudding, right? We've come, the last 3 years have been up and down. And they've been very, difficult for most people. But this is where, you've seen today, the likes of Pulse Chain already making moves, Richard Hard and that whole ecosystem. So altcoin season is not that far away. I guess for most people, the worst is behind, in my opinion. However, always take these markets with a pinch of salt and understand the macro. Now, of course, the Eurozone is what Trump was referring to in his recent meeting with the British Prime Minister, okay? And the ECP had made many, many cuts. Of course, I reported that to the community. And they are now, of course, continuing to make more cuts. And essentially, what that means is if the pressure of other central bank governors and rate cuts in the Eurozone, for example, which is very much where most of the pressure for Powell is at, I'm not expecting him to come out tomorrow and relent to Trump, basically. He will do exactly the opposite. And I think we've already seen him come out and say, we're doing blah, 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 same talking points. But the market is pricing in 3 rate cuts, okay? So despite the fact that people are saying, is it in September? Well, the consensus was, and I still remain, that is the target for the first rate cut, so that your altcoins can actually get the love that they deserve. And there'll be more, of course, liquidity in the markets for you to make tons of, life-changing money, basically, or get your money back and make money on top of it, and then prepare yourself to obviously come hard again in the of course, opportunities in crypto are endless, in my opinion. There's so many good, positive regulations that are already in place that we don't see anything else. So do not expect, they sell the news, all of that is activated right now. So we may not see, and we're seeing the market dump really and retrace a little bit. So that's your macro update. Now, there is a ton, and I mean a ton of economic data that's come together. And I'm going to show you what these are. Okay. I'm going to show you what these are. See, system is just loading. I'll show you what these are, because these will actually manufacture, extremely volatile. The markets are all interconnected, so crypto is not in isolation. And as such, sorry guys, if you can. An announcement on crypto tomorrow. Yeah, big announcement on crypto tomorrow. Well, that's going to be interesting because Trump has actually done that previously. So that's going to be interesting to see. Let me just get close some of these windows. Okay. So we've got a lot to get through this week. Your mic is cutting. Is it still cutting, guys? Please do let me know if my mic is playing up with me. Let's go here. Did anyone see that huge cockroach order? Incredible. Some exchanges loading up. You're good now. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. So we know what the Fed is going to do. Now, if you have a look at what's going on this week, it's just like the most unbelievable calendar for the markets. I think we navigate this week really well, then we are going to be seeing an interesting month ahead. Is August still positive? Well, Ethereum has always done well in the summer. So let's have a look at what we're seeing right now. So today, of course, we've had a bunch of data. Most importantly, these are all US macro data, largest economy in the world. So JOLTS opening, of course, we've got all of that. And then Wednesday, the big one here is the FOMC. And then, of course, you've got tons of other things for the remainder of the week. And you can see here, there's just stacks of things that will come and impact our bags. Friday is also a massive day. So you've got both payroll, so jobs basically, as well as manufacturing. So Friday, look out for Friday, guys. We're not out of the woods, but Bitcoin dominance has absolutely has been helping us as of late. Okay, we can see here Bitcoin dominance is coming down, of course, RSI, and I'm always looking at the weekly, guys. Do not look at shorter time frames. Yeah, maybe for trading, but really what we want to see is below 60% sustained, maybe head towards that 58 to 57%. Okay. So if you want to get this data, just go to Trading Economics and use this data. I'm going to post this for the community so that you guys can actually stay ahead of the game and see what's going on in terms of the macro. Okay. So yeah, Patriot, let me come back because your thoughts are obviously relevant over here in terms of the macro. The White House is going to make an announcement on crypto tomorrow. I wonder what that announcement is going to be. It's not one that I've come across, but I'd be looking out for that. And then in terms of altcoins, well, nothing has changed overall to the altcoin overall picture or the projects. We know what we're doing. We're obviously making less and less alerts systematically. I'm going to actually, this week that I'm back, I'm going to be sending more projects. There is one meme coin that I'm actually doing some research on right now, and that is going to come to the VIP community as soon as I complete all of the required checks and details. Okay, so it's important to keep a record of what you're buying, when you're buying, if you can. Most of the time, there are tons of projects out there. But first, what I want to talk about is I want to talk about Kokoro a little bit, because today there was some heavy buys. Again, communities updated, of course, but there were heavy buys. I think an exchange is loading up on it. And again, it makes a lot of sense. The current price where it's at now, it hasn't really taken off yet. So that is at a good DCA buy level. Of course, we've made decent money on Jojo, and I do believe Kokoro, again, don't sleep on the. I'm gonna refresh the community on chain leaders. So, for example, Sei, Aptos, I've got bean coins for Avalanche as well, and a few others. So I just need to check all of those. But Kokoro, to me, at 13 million, hasn't really taken off. Has not taken off at all. But the chart remains as bullish as can be. Again, from the lows, I mean, it's up decently. However, I think it's, this price drop is expected. I'm expecting them to announce more relevant news, but there was an exchange accumulation that was going through heavily for Kokoro. So, stay up to date with their with the X page. That's what I would do, and hopefully you'd start to see you start to see the impact, hopefully once it gets listed. Okay, right now, low caps, I would be buying low caps for sure, because we've got, like I said here, we've got quite a lot of, let's say, tier one large caps. Again, I just need to update this in terms of the overall categories for layer ones. Big, small, big, medium, small is, the kind of aim, but obviously you don't have to go that route. You could go to a completely different route, which is, do the research. If you want to buy low caps, just be super careful, because again, you're going to be eating on the table slightly later after these big boys take profits. Okay. So that was one interesting chart. It's something that I would have liked to see that explosion continue, but obviously came up to here, 5204. But the market cap, again, it did that with $5 million volume. So we'll wait and see. But these small caps now are a good bet to start to position into, again, once you cover your bases with your main bags. Okay. Yeah, Daddy said, what's your opinion on block? Let me just refresh. Is that the gambling one? Yeah, let me just remind me what it was. I'm a bit rusty anyway. I'm coming off a flight anyway. So yeah, do let me know. Can you look at prompt and edge? Thoughts on Kai? Okay, so let me just look at these one by one. Is something not to sleep on? Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, now I know exactly what you mean, bro. Block Street. Okay, perfect. Let's have a look at this one by one. So somebody said, should we look at Edge? Block Street's on DEX. Prompt. You're probably referring to Wayfinder. Just get this prompt one here. Wayfinder AI. I mean, look, at the end of the day, as you mature in this space, you start to realize many things. And again, the question is, what would make me go machine intelligence, machine networks? Okay, Wayfinder. I have seen this project before, and I just don't. I feel like there is obviously a risk. 27 billion fully diluted, so there's tokens to come out. Again, let me have a look at the exchanges. Gate.io, Coinbase, which is fantastic. So yeah, probably worth taking a look. But I have seen this project before, and I haven't moved to it before. The only thing I would say with something like this is to always remember, right, looking through what they're doing, looking through the potential fundamentals of the project. And of course, I haven't gone through this white paper, so it'd be easy for me to take a position. But what I would say is at this stage of the project's live, I would probably say Coinbase listing positive, volume incredibly good, 17.75 million in terms of volume. You can see it right there. Circulating supply, got to look at the vesting. And of course, they don't get better than Coinbase listing, because I do believe a lot of projects on Coinbase will have a very, very good bull run. So all-time market cap here was 108 million, and all-time volume, incredible, 642 million. That's crazy. I mean, that's insane. That is absolutely insane. So from that perspective, to be honest, they do have the ability to actually look at the listings here. Coinbase, OKX, these are going to be huge in terms of the money flow. And I do believe exchange listings are quite important. So yeah, definitely something to keep an eye out on, but I would do more research if I'm honest, and especially look at their unlocks. Block Street. Why am I not finding Block Street on here? Let me go to Dex Tools. I believe I've done an early buy for Block Street. Should be on Mexi as well, if that's the same one. So I'm thinking about blocks. 24. I think it's blocks, isn't it? Anyway, if I don't find it, I do apologize, because I am, like I said, I'm quite jet lagged, to be honest. Landed, came back in with a bang. So I'll look at other things anyway, but keep them coming. Keep your requests coming. Of course, next one here is Kai Network. Now, interesting thing about Kai Network, let me see if I got, the team messaged me on X to do an interview on our channel. And let's see what the team have said. Just get so many bloody spam on air, but someone, let's see. Anyway, I'll try and find the message, probably get back to them and arrange an AMA on our channel, and then we can try and get them to come. But Kai Network, or Kwai, however you want to pronounce it, it's been a while. You know, I haven't been here for almost like, well, I haven't done a live stream for almost a month. And the funny thing is, the last time I did a video before today, I was actually, I was calling out scammers. It's funny, I went on holiday, couldn't make any videos, and the last video on my channel was that whole archetype video that was just sitting there for a month. And many, you know, I haven't forgotten about that rug that they did. And the funny thing was, I think he messaged me on X to say, please take the video down and we can talk. And I'm thinking, what? Oh my goodness. So anyway, back to Kai Network. Kai Network at 5 cents. I think this project is decent. I do actually have soft spot for proof of work projects. I feel like that's crypto in its purest form. This one is a bit of a hybrid, but I do like it. Now, the market cap here is 26 million for a layer one. It has a good, decent technology. There's something about processing transactions. You know, they've got a brilliant website, and the team is active. So from that perspective, it's not bad at all. Only issue here is at the moment, the volume. So exchanges alone don't promise the volume, but there was an interesting AMA that I was watching on X about neural AI. And neural AI was, one of the founders was the guy was wearing shades or whatever. And he was saying how they're not prioritizing exchange listings unless they offer real volume. And I think a lot of the exchange listings are wash traded. So you're seeing sub, $26 million market cap, fully diluted 157 million. But what you're seeing is 726K volume. Okay. So what exchanges are doing right now, some projects are actually making or pulling more volume from DEXs, organic volume, for example, from Uniswap. It's very difficult to do wash trading on a DEX like a Uniswap, but you can actually do it through market makers and exchanges. So am I surprised that this project, this layer one, has a 726K volume? No, absolutely not, because there is not a lot of money in small caps right now. But yeah, they're listed on, I think, Mexi. So they should have at some point more exchanges, Mexi and Gate. Now, Gate is absolutely superb for volume. Surprise has actually done very little here. So if you look at the depth here, Gate.io, the total volume is 175K for the last 24 hours. So 50% of that volume is coming from Mexi and Gate.io. But yeah, Gate's not bad for volume at all. CoinX, Trade Ogre. So this project technically hasn't got, at least, it doesn't have tons of exchanges, but listings should come, hopefully. And I'm not sure if they're, what market maker they're using beyond the exchange right now. So that's something to look at. Anyone on the fence about joining the group, look no further. I do believe the group offers something. Oh, thank you, brother. No nonsense style, strictly business and brotherhood. You know what? That is absolute legend you are, brother. Thank you so much, because that is, for me, those are the wins. That's bringing people together. I was on holiday. First week I was posting quite a bit, but then last 2 weeks I didn't really post that much, because I know you guys take care of yourselves, and we look at things in the cold light of day. And of course, a lot of this stuff comes with having good people around you. Excuse me. So yeah, thank you for that. Much appreciated. OTK will be listed on Gate.io. I hope so. I mean, it would be very good for OTK, brother, because OTK so far hasn't got a listing. And I think Gate offers, like I said, Gate is actually doing a lot more volume from the Far East. There's tons of, people from China using Gate.io, Singapore. So yeah, OTK right now, $2 million market cap. I mean, again, trading volume 31K, but only on the Solana DEXs. So yeah, I mean, this is something that is very, very risky. Having said that, it's absolutely necessary to do some further research on that. Yeah, let me bring the thing about gaming season, right? Gaming season, I think, will be interesting. It's one of the few areas when it eventually takes off, only because of the fact that a lot of the gaming projects at every level are completely screwed. So yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, block should be on Mexi. And if you look at block, look at search block buy alert on our Discord. I mean, damn, it's literally wow. This has been running. Wow. So yeah, let's continue with this. Some of these small caps will definitely do 100x's. I mean, it's very risky, but you know, at this stage of the cycle, I'm not looking for anything remotely of that nature unless we got into it, like say in April or a couple of years ago at the bottom of the market. Let's have a look at Edge. I do believe Edge is at the $20 million market cap one, Pratik. $20 million, 17K volume. So not really a lot of attention there. Again, like I said, these cryptocurrencies are, you know, right now, this is doing all its volume from DEX. If I've got the right one, because there are a couple of projects with the same ticker. Definitive. Sorry. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, this one's a pile of crap. Definitive Edge, $29 million. It had a decent, really, that pump here was pretty good from a market cap perspective. If you see that, do let me know if you're in this, because that, again, like I said, you know, the jump from here, you know, 14 to 40, that would have been possibly the time. I mean, price-wise, it went from 7 cents all the way to 20, came back down. Let's have a look at the exchanges. Coinbase listing, of course, Base project. And again, like I said, it's one of these ones that would be amazing to have entered. Let me change this to market cap. So, you know, it came out of the gates. I mean, look at this, 14 mil, 13, 12 mil. Probably would have been the best entry, but I haven't even seen the website. So I'm just looking at that from a price action alone. Advanced trading on every chain, multi-chain DEX. Edge is our utility token designed to enhance trading experience. Take Edge to enjoy lower fees, gaining. Okay. If you know, because like I said, I haven't followed this project before, but if the pump was caused by the Coinbase listing, then it's probably a good thing. You know, it shows that Coinbase has a lot of attention. Again, advanced trading APIs. So it's basically that hyper liquid route that they're probably looking to do. Let's see who the team is. Built by crypto natives, active DeFi experts. Okay, their team. Again, I knew it's got that hyperliquid type of. Everyone here is doxed, which is good. Collective expertise: Google, Coinbase, Meta. So it's got a very good team. I mean, I don't know some of these individuals, but it seems like the team have, you know, are pretty good. But for a project like this, I would ask a few questions that are key. One, obviously it looks like it's a hyper liquid type of, you know, on base. But one of the things I'm looking for, whenever I know it's straightforward because you use Arbitrum to interact with hyperliquid. But how easy is it to use this DEX? Okay, how easy is it? How easy is it to trade on there? What are the fees? Again, you know, hyperliquid's going to have competitors. And once you kind of understand that, because something like this, I'd love to just kind of transfer money into it and see if I can trade just like I do on Hyperliquid. So if that's what they're going after, then the $29 million market cap seems acceptable. The trading volume is 5 million, okay? And it has a very, very small TVL. So I always pay attention to projects like this, because the moment they show TVL, I show interest, okay? It means that the protocol is going to grow from a $246,000 TVL. So it is a very, very interesting project. Like I said, always, of course, you could see that they have circulating supply of 29 million or 200 million tokens out of the 1 billion. So you're going to have to crypto rank that. Check out the vesting schedule. If that checks out, then I think Edge it looks decent for what they're trying to do as a Hyperliquid competitor. So you could trade this on Blowfin. What else? Bitmart, Aerodrome, Kraken. They came out the gate with incredible listings. So from that perspective, it looks like the team knows what they're doing, because these are very good. This is a very, very good start of listings towards this time of the market, in my opinion. So good call out, Pratik. I'll make a note of that, and I will do some further research on it. Bro said gaming season will probably come during GTA 6 launch time, 2026. Damn, bro. Yeah, providing that the market can actually wait till then. OTKs on KuCoin and on Mexi. Oh, is it? Glad they go exchange listing then. What's your thoughts on TARS AI? I think, look, there's too many AI coins, if I'm being honest. So the way my AI strategy has always been, get the creme de la creme. So in this case, get the best that your money can get you. And I think Tau was probably the outstanding project. If you're in the likes of Tau or Virtuals, then you've done very well. But that, obviously, that's the standard, right? So if I go back to my list of sheets here, AI, Tau, Cookie, AO, AI Tech, and SocialFi. So TARS AI is very good. I know, for example, people from the bottom that they've done decently well in my community. So from that perspective, it's decent. I don't hold it. And that's all she wrote. Some people had a problem with the amount of influencers that were shilling TAI, or TARS AI, sorry. So that was the initial pump, was incredible. But AI in general is an area you've got to be super careful with. Super, super careful with. Having said that, it was, I think, in the Binance, was it the recommendation or whatever list of projects? It was a while ago. Don't quote me on that. It's on Bybit. Gate is doing all of the volume here to the tune of 1.9 million. I mean, can they bring back those influencers to shill this again? And that's what it's going to depend on. But in AI season anyway, I would see this pumping purely because of the number of people that talk about this project. But personally, I don't hold it. And right now, sub 50 million market cap, or 37 million market cap, fully diluted. Tokenomics are decent compared to where they used to be. So it's nearly all out. And again, on Solana. So yeah, it's all going to be dependent on the hype once we get into AI season. So if you look at this by price, it's back to this did pump from these lows of 2 cents, and it went all the way to 12, and then I think it topped at 14, and then since then it's been kind of coming back, which is disappointing. You want to hold the price around here. That would have been way better, but you never know. There's it's in the same boat as AI tech, for example. AI tech have the utility narrative with the stuff that they're doing, and the charts are almost, with a lot of these cryptocurrencies, the charts are almost identical. If you look at AI tech, again, hasn't been pulling any trees, and that's almost all of the AI charts. This incredible pump that we saw back in 23, 24, and then this slow bleed off. So give them some time. Probably you have to hold this a lot longer than you would with some of the large caps. But again, more tokens have been coming on to the market, and it's getting closer to its fully diluted market cap. Yeah, brilliant stuff, Pratik. Always rely on your good research, brother. Keep them coming, yeah? In this since launch. That's pretty good. Yeah, team looks decent. Are you still bullish on Zealous? You know what? I periodically check up on Zell because I have a very small bag. And it's one of those things, right? Look at that. I mean, the chart doesn't kill you with any optimism, right? Like it's really like from the launch, and even from a market cap perspective here, if you see this, this got to what? I think it got to 50 mil. Sorry, 21 mil on here. So when I say bullish, I mean I'm bullish on it in the sense that it's literally money that I can afford to lose. It's a dark horse. It is maybe what I consider to be proof of work cryptocurrencies in the Kaspa class, right? So if Kaspa and that narrative, Kai Network and Alf, and we might see a pump here, but again, very, very risky, and I wouldn't. Right now, look, there's hardly any money in it, 240K, and a lot of that is coming from Mexi. So Zell as a project, I mean, they do a lot of good Twitter. They have a decent community on X. Again, as a proof of work. But some people don't have a lot of money. You need to have isometric bets here and there. So I would put this in the class of those gambling, high risk, but very, very high reward should the narrative take off, and proof of work dominate kind of the have its own run. Appreciate that, bro. Much love. Yeah, that's a good sign. It means that they've got the they've obviously got the capacity, connections. Again, some of the team members are ex-Coinbase. Guys, let me know if we're going to stream the FOMC tomorrow, and that's going to be wicked. When is this event supposed to be? The event you're referring to in terms of the macro, perhaps? Dollar coin. I'm just returning from holiday, brother, so I don't have any clue what dollar coin is. Been kind of inactive for a couple of days, but I suppose that's a meme coin. I'll probably have to do more digging for you. Thank you, Naomi. Much appreciated. And yeah, Sei. Oh, Sei. Good old Sei. Karrat, of course, 3x on Sei. And for Karrat, possible. Karrat is, look, there's a lot of discontent, or there was about 2 weeks ago when I was looking into the community on Karrat. But Sei, I tell you what, I mean, I remember sitting here one time talking to Carlo about Sei, and Sei went as low as 12 and a half, 13 cents, whatever it was. And then, of course, from 17 cents again. I did take a nice leverage. I think I closed it too early, but 32 cents. I think this project gets to at least $1 to about $2, in a very quick succession. Because when it did its previous all-time high here, the TVL on this was like $24 million. So when this happened back in March 2024, total value locked for Sei was just $24 million, and it did that with a $794 million volume. If you look at the TVL today, it has grown significantly. It should be really showing here. Yeah, TVL is actually almost $1 billion, right? So I do believe, at one point, this was sitting below $1 billion market cap. I think it went as low as $850 million. So say from here, I do see, that 5x potential. And of course, Karrat team have been incredibly disappointing. They came under massive pressure. And you just have to look at the last kind of, if you look at their chart overall, I think you're going to have to take it into the, say, quarter, maybe a monthly chart. And over the course of the month, yeah, it does look like a massive bounce from these 2 cent level, right? Like huge bounce, 84% up in the month. Having said that, the market cap now is at 40 million, fully diluted 63 million, but the volume that we're looking at is way better than what it was perhaps even a month ago, 3 weeks ago. This thing was, massive amount of discontent. So if Karrat pull it off, I mean, it will be astronomical gains. Again, it has retraced a lot. And if you look at the max chart, they have been killing it with the unlocks and, of course, slowly bringing a lot of tokens into circulation. But that has now improved. So what it requires is a narrative now from here. And, of course, Karrat's been one of the worst, right? No two ways about it. It has been one of the worst. Gaming has been awful. There hasn't been any gains since. Really, if you bought gaming in October 23 and sold gaming in March 24, you made money in gaming. Apart from that, no one's actually seen anything in gaming at all. But that is a sign of recovery, in my opinion. Long way to go. It's all over to the team. So I do believe that, a 10x from Karrat, going back to these levels is a possibility, of course. Not even 8x. I think it can do more, but it does require, and I am encouraged actually. I can't believe I'm seeing a 3 million volume on the Karrat token. I haven't seen that for a while. But yeah, way long way to go. Long way to go for Karrat. But if it does run and gaming season comes, I think you're probably looking at 20x plus. Really. Again, I will update you on Karrat in my next video. Are you taking a look at min layer lately? Nah, not at all. I have never. I mean, I don't really sweat at night looking at mint layer. But I can take a look. $6 million market cap. I mean, volume. Yeah, look, let's be honest here, right? This is totally and utterly, it's difficult. It's difficult to categorize what I was going to say here. But yeah, no, I don't really sweat on this anymore, to be honest with you. I found May 2026, if I'm correct. Yeah, that's towards the Probably end of the bull run, unless we get a longer cycle. What's up, Loki? How are you, brother? What you about trash? Ofas said, what's going on, bro? What about trash? Trash coin is good. One of my good friends actually holds trash coin. If that's what you're referring to, I don't know. I mean, and low cab. I mean, I have no idea which low cab you mean. Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, been to London town, man. I hope you didn't go in search of David Archetype crypto scammer, bro. Appreciate you, brother. Nah, I didn't look out for him. You know, I did ask the man them to find that pussy or somewhere in Canada, but bro, I couldn't believe it. Honest to God, man. Man sent me a tweet, DM me, and said, "Look, take the video down." So I said, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go on holiday." Excuse my French, by the way. There might be kids watching us, but yeah, I left the video there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It was on there, man, while I was on holiday. Maximum cooking. But yeah, much appreciated. Thank you, and love and respect. Blue Steel said, "I've lost all my money by an older. Got triggered while I was asleep." Oh man, what? I've lost all my money by an old order that got triggered. Oh shit, bro. While I was sleeping, what should I do? God, man. So was this in leverage, bro? So you triggered a leverage order while you were, I mean, explain to me and I will see what, I mean, let's understand what we're probably talking about. Diamond Hands, where the price going, bro? For Kokoro, it's difficult to say right now because again, you know, 13 million. I did speak about Kokoro a little bit, but I would be. I mean, I'm holding steady and letting the markets take their course. To be honest, a lot of the one thing I'm going to give you guys as a tip is this: do not worry unless what you're holding or what you're buy or about to buy, you don't have belief in, right? I have strong beliefs in Kokoro. I think it will do very well, and so far it's, you know, hasn't pulled any trees, sitting around $13 million market cap, but it is something that I'm, you know, I would have bought more, but my bag is absolutely full. So I do believe at some point, once we get the listed, again, Ethereum's coming up to a very good price point for a lot of the low caps to start moving. So yeah, I do believe we do very well with the with Kokoro. Tally, any chance you could look at Maximize ticker Maxi for sure, brother? Maxi Lopez was an Argentinian striker. Maximize AI. Okay, market cap 800K. Sexy chart. The thing about these, I think it's going to be on DEX, on Uniswap. I've seen, look, over the years, I mean, I've seen loads and loads of these AI coins that are, you know, what are we looking at? We've seen M87 do well. We've seen Pinling do really well, which is AI RWA. We've seen Reploy in the beginning absolutely made crazy money for us. So I do have soft spot for these. However, there's also a very high chance of these not doing well. Okay, so it really depends. I mean, I would have to probably go into their Discord and look at what they're trying to do, who's holding this, who's promoting this. Basic tier, what is this? 4 credits, 1 user, text generation. Um, telling you money well invested, 500 credits, two concurrent users, text generation, image generation, 3D models. So you have to remember, once you actually scrutinize a lot of these AI projects, especially with the text creation, image creation, they could have like Midjourney or whatever plugged into the back end. Very easy to do. So I want to understand what the actual what they're offering, right? $79. They said enterprise grade, 2,000 credits, 5 concurrent users, text generation. So it looks like they've got utility. I'd be very surprised if they've got a docs team. I doubt it very much. But sometimes when they promise utility, you got to be careful. You really, really have to be careful. Don't just look at the market cap. So I have seen this trick before. The Tensor subnet test phase 3, right? Have they done that? Are they in the test net? So there is a tick against it. So what we can do is we can actually scrutinize this. So sometimes we can't do all the research in straight away, but are they really in the Tau subnet? Or is that a stage 3 according to their phase 1, start developing? So look, in my opinion, something like Maxi, price is attractive. There has been a significant pump. The chart shows that there's interest. The market cap has moved up to $1 million, and now it's going back up again around 800K. So it looks like a gem. Having said that, like I said, it is absolutely vital at this stage of the bull run to do as much research as you can. And of course, I can't give you an investment advice on the basis of what I'm seeing here, because I know a lot of these projects are shady, to say the least. Not this particular one, but a lot of these projects are. But what I would say is I'd have to look at who's following them. So you got my man Patriot here, Easy Money. Yeah, keep obviously keep scrutinizing, but it does look so far. I mean, it does look like something you could potentially, if they can prove the use case, then I wouldn't mind having a small bag of something like this, because I have actually done very well out of these type of AI projects before. So I'm not discouraging you. I'm just saying be very careful, do your research and everything else that you can, because $1,000 today in August 2025 is gonna be 100,000, 50,000, 20,000. It's a lot of money to lose at this stage of the market. You guys have to understand that. Do not gamble with your money without doing crazy amount of research. But I do like it. Robot lamps. Is that a tune, bro? Let me know if that's a tune request. DJ AG. You know what came up, bro? Do you think we will be restaking Hyperliquid? Karrat looks super good. If you look at their high TVL. They will be restaking of Hype potentially, bro. I haven't even looked at their staking dynamics at all, but it'll be something to obviously look at. And then the other one you said was Kernel. Let's have a look. Pratik, are you in the Discord, bro? Let me know if you're in our Discord, man. This is I think Kernel is the Kernel DAO, right? It did have a pump. Again, it's got the listing right. Binance. So yeah, it's obviously it's done. It looks decent. It's done $50 million market cap, now back to $37 million. Again, with some tokens still yet to come out. I mean, again, look at that. Vesting is probably a concern for me, but the chart so far on circulation looks really, really good. Yeah, those dickheads, bro. What's going on with based AI? Based AI, I mean, again, God knows. I looked at this $11 million market cap. It's not really, if it's not, I'll be surprised if it does come back, to be honest. It'd be very surprising for me. I want it to come back, but yeah, it looks like the team are not doing anything significant with it. Pepe Coin actually has slightly better prospects. Pepe Coin is one. Yeah, Pepe Coin, $48 million market cap. So that whole ecosystem needs to wake the F up. Guys, smash a like, subscribe, of course, share the video as well. We can have a look at this one. So left. Selfcoin, huh? Selfcoin. Let's see what the listings are saying, man. Have the teams been working? Binance, this is always the... Sometimes, honestly, I can't believe how this works out. $22 million market cap, trading volume, bro. Circulating supply, total supply. I mean, not bad at all. Again, this is on Binance. So yeah, if you look at this, down 88% since the all-time high. But that's to be expected, right? Especially for a Binance project that's launched on Binance, which has been a problem. But from a fundamental standpoint, I mean, self-chain is I do believe it's a layer one. Any keyless wallets. Again, I'm not too bullish on the narrative, but I don't have a problem with the fundamentals. It's on Binance. It's low cap. It's probably one of the lowest cap cryptocurrencies you'll find on the Binance blockchain. Binance exchange. $13 million market cap. Fully diluted 167. Could it do more? Possibly. But yeah, I do like the listing. Yo, Dex. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, bro. Someone said, Pratik said, nah, he's in. No, are you in our Discord, bro? Crypto Gains with his finger licking, Nigerian finger chicken licking. Have to leave. Appreciate you, my sister, as always. Can't wait to see you again. Good to have people like you around. Absolutely amazing. Have a wonderful night. You've been spamming us, man. I can't really take you seriously, brother. You're lucky I'm not banning you. So you got to chill out with your selections. You've just been writing mint layer. David Fox said, what the F happened to Heroes of Mavia? Heroes of Mavia is pumping, man. Heroes of Mavia is 16 cents, was it? Well, last time I checked. No, that's Mavia land. Heroes of Mavia, yeah, 16 cents. Yeah, $8 million market cap, $3.4 million trading volume. I think they've made some moves recently with the NFTs, and there's tons of updates. You can actually check. Somebody did a decent X update on them, and I think it was a decent YouTube video. But listen, don't write this one off. I would say I'd happily sit on my bag until uh, until I see the alt season, gaming season. Nothing wrong with Heroes of Mavi. I think from $1 to 16 cents, I think the moves will come back into it for sure. Bro said, thank you very much for your time, but much appreciated, man. Try to get through as many as possible. Peter, what's going on, my brother? Hope you are well. Again, one of my good bros. CBCN is wonderful. Zabek has done very well. I think I've posted a very, very early buy alert on this. Check the Discord, guys, for as they say, approving the pudding when I posted this. I haven't talked about it. I had a small bag, made decent amount on it, but it is absolutely one of those that has done really, really well. I think we got into it around these lows, or even before April, actually, I posted. And you can see that's one of my best buy alerts, by the way. Done really well. So, and it's going to continue to do well because it offers real utility. Sup, brother? Guys, don't forget to like, share the stream. I'm sure we're going to save people from the likes of Archetype and all of that nonsense, man. When alt season, Graham, alt season is right here, right now, my friend. You've missed the discussion on the Bitcoin dominance, right? It's like Wu-Tang. Alt season is like Wu-Tang, man. Cash rules everything around me. Get the cream. So soon as Jerome Powell pivots, soon as we start seeing incredibly bullish Ethereum moves, and we're almost there, and we're starting to see this dip of Bitcoin dominance. What we need now is to get back to 55 to 57% on the Bitcoin dominance, and it will trigger slowly. It will trigger the biggest, or I would say one of the best altcoin pumps. Will everything pump together? Not really. It's never done that historically, but we will see enough money to cool us down, and then enough money for us to be able to get the promised land. But that's coming. Yeah, so good question here, Alex. The guys just disappeared. We were trying to plan to make another sit down together. You remember the dev wasn't actually doxing himself. So yeah, probably something crazy happened. That's okay, brother. Now, if you didn't mean to spam, no problem, brother. I will definitely check your coin. Richard Hart is he's back, bro. Pete, Richard Hart is listen, no matter what people say about that guy, man, he just reminds me of bull runs. I don't know why. Right? You got certain connections with people over the years, man. Richard Hart, Paul's Chain. I was actually in that community. I was in Hex last cycle. Then early in the sacrifice phase, I got done with the Pulse Chain. But, we live and learn. It was incredibly difficult moving money from Ethereum into Pulse into bloody hell, man, Pulse X. But they do have a hell of a community. So yeah, I'm happy for my Pulse Chain brothers and sisters. Stay said, check Brett Wu pumping. Check it out. Gonna schedule that collab with you soon, brother. Love the show. Much appreciated, brother. This is probably on Dex. Let's have a look at Dex. Wu-Tang. I like the ticker anyway. Brett Wu drinks champs today with Redman. So everybody who's a fan of Eminem, right? When you hear that phrase, your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. And Redman is just too incredible. But What a chart, man. Liquidity locked, 800K market cap. And I don't know, man, that's a huge candle, right? Boom. So yeah, guys, check this out, man. This is would love to learn more, of course. When it comes to meme coins, of course, it's always good to know as many things as you can, especially from the team and holders and things like that. But it has like a Chinese twist to Brett. It's got the red. It's a Chinese Brett. This is nice, you know. So yeah, would love to know more. Do let me know, and of course, once I do some more research, I'll be able to maybe get a little bit of, you know, something like this, a bag or something. But yeah, I do like that. That's funny. It's blinging. It's blinging. Yeah, no worries, brother. A billion. How do you say that? A billion. Ticker name Able, $10 million market cap. Ouch. Ouch. What am I looking at here? So 94.1% down from its all-time high. Okay. Trading volume, $67,000. Doesn't really fill me with any confidence. It's on Mexi, XT, and Bitmart. And in combination, they are doing, I mean, the XT is basically nothing. The Bitmart depth is nothing. And again, if I sell $482 of this coin, I can send the price down by 2%. So incredibly illiquid. So I would have to skip this one for the simple fact that they have 3 exchange listings and nobody gives a shit about it. Quantum resistant and privacy preserving security proof blockchain. A billion is the next generation layer 1 blockchain. I like that. That is a layer 1 at these lows. Quantum resistant, that narrative I believe will be big in the next bull market for sure. That is, you know, quantum resistance will be more pivotal in the next cycle. Quantum computing, again, this would be something that has major implications in everyday technology. And the reason why is because Bitcoin itself could be threatened by quantum computing. So quantum resistance attacks are already happening to a certain degree, but it will be a big narrative in the future. Now, as a layer 1, I do like layer 1s, and I can see why you've spotted this because it has listings, XT, Mexi, and Bitmart. It hardly has any volume. And of course, the circulating supply is, you know, at the moment, total supply, max supply circulating. So tokenomics are not bad at all. So it's one, look, it's very risky, but I would watch it. Like I said, looking at this, from what I can see, honestly, it looks like a shitcoin. But reading into it, proof of work, EVM layer 2, you know, if you do the research here, let's see who's following them. Who's following them? Yeah, Yeti. So I would have to ask the big Yeti. You know, Dynex Cliff is following this, and I'd love to get him back on the channel anyway, so we can talk about quantum computing for those that want to know. But if Yeti's following them, 48K followers, a layer 1, I think you might be onto something. From a standard, you know, the eye test, chart like this doesn't really pass the eye test, if I'm being honest. Looking under the hood, there could be some smoke right there. So yeah, I wouldn't jump into this right now because I promise you, if you buy $1,000 of it, you may end up only getting $700 back. There's no liquidity at all in this token right now. And I hope that answers your question, brother. So keep it on your watch list. Block, Alex and Ilio project. Black, you mean? Sorry, not block. I've been looking at. See, they've done this with Neo Tokyo as well, brother. So we have to be careful with what those guys come up with all the time. So I want to know what the Neo token has done. Has done nothing. And that's a Becker token. They own that token. You know, you need that to access Neo Tokyo. So which one is it? Is it the black hole, which is already at a $100 million market cap? Very sexy chart, but it's on Avalanche, so it's probably this one. Total supply, very good. So yeah, it's got to be this one. Let's see what markets they're in. Only on L Bank. If this is the one, let's have a look at their website as well. Central Trading Liquidity Hub for Avalanche. AVAX is going to do really well. And if that's the case, I think something like this could do really well. But it does have competitors. If this is the one I'm looking at. Graham, no, I don't expect rate cuts tomorrow. I have extensively spoken about it in the Discord. The rate cuts for us should come at earliest. I mean, if we're looking at 2 rate cuts, my initial analysis was that first rate cuts in September, second rate cuts towards December. So the market has been expecting 2 rate cuts before the end of 2025, and I don't see anything happening before the September meeting. But you never know. There's going to be plenty of volatility. If you actually just look at the crazy calendar for this week, you'd understand that this is a very, very important pivotal week for the markets in general. Yeah, people are comparing it to Pepe Paris reach half of its 10% of the. Oh, okay, yeah, that would be nuts. But yeah, isn't that the? I think it's on Solana, right? Yo, King Solomon, what's going on, brother? Yeah, I've been back home, man. Been to the UK. I went to the. It's funny, you know. I had a good time. I had a good time with my family, and sadly, I did witness one memorable crime, as you do when you go to the UK. A young man got stabbed because he was wearing a Rolex watch. Went out to have a meal with his missus, and never made it back to his hotel. And this is and I'm talking about in the middle of, right next to Harrods, Knightsbridge, that whole area, man. So yeah, it is tough, man. The crime is out of control. UK criminals are only getting a slap in the wrist. They were talking about catching the most prolific phone snatcher in London, and this guy took 20, or I don't know how many, was it 2,000 phones with an e-bike. Come on, man. So yeah, to be honest, I loved the time that I had in London. Food was great. The weather was incredible. It was hot in the first few days. But after that, it was it was amazing. Anyway, I love London and the UK in general. That's where I'm from. But to be honest, I couldn't wait to get back as well. Fair enough. Thank you for your response. Yo, that's my authority right there. Is that a gem then, bro? Much love, man. Yeah. Yeah, no, it looks good, bro. Yeah, hit me up. Let me know who's behind it and all of that. And of course, we will study the token. Here's another AI token with a low cap. That's just sure. Okay. Agents virtual machine ticker is AVM. Very active Twitter. Loads of liquidity. You know what? It's actually been trending every time. I think AVM. Let's have a look if it's on. Yeah, this one I've seen it in a previous live as well. It might have been you that dropped it, but very choppy chart. Lots of profit taking. It grinds back up. Kind of reminds me of kind of like that cockroach chart in the early days. $11 million market cap. Decent trading volume if it's on DEX alone, which is probably going to be. Well, XT have listed it. 700K volume there. Interesting. I think somebody, it might have been you, bro, that shared this previously. I'm not sure. AI agents, supercomputer for AI agents, virtual machine that lets agents write and verify code without human input. Got decent narrative. I've always said, and I'm actually got to give myself a pat on the back because I recognize that a lot of the layer ones, the AI layer ones, will adopt AI agents natively on their layer ones, unless it's Arweave, which is doing AO, the computer, as a separate entity. But yeah, it's good to see one like this. And this is probably the second time I'm seeing this on the live stream. So yeah, no, good shout, bro. A major TikTok rebranding, that's going to be big. I'll message you. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, let me know all the insights so I can do proper due diligence for the community, bro. But much love, man. Limitless training. Great to see you back. Appreciate that, bro. Venture Mind AI, a fair launch last year, and a team is busy. How busy are they, bro? Are they Red Man busy, Method Man busy? You know, there's a talk right now. There's a massive battle that's about to happen between the UK and the US on a rap level. Guys, I just lost my other screen anyway, but I do promise I will have a look at this coin. Graham said, "What have you studied in college?" Yeah, I did business and then I did international relations with economics. I think a bit of economics in there, but international relations was my thing. My first year was funny, man. I had to I wanted to become a lawyer. And then I realized sooner or later I'd have to just get into old English law and stuff like that. I found that incredibly boring. Thanks for asking, bro. Brother, Zeus has better narrative. I agree with you, but remember, we were in Zeus from day one. I promise you guys, look, my screens have kind of shut down. I'm jet lagged. We've done 1 hour, 24 minutes. Every single one of you should give me a like on this video. It's just my return. As soon as I get back from being jet lagged, going to bring more content. Tomorrow night, don't miss the FOMC live streaming with your boy. Share the content, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for your wonderful support. May God bless you all. And like I said, do not spend $100 on crypto unless you do total research on anything that you buy, guys. Much appreciated. Is it really, I'll answer this one. Is it really Pepe's dog or made up? It is. I mean, according to the according to the original artist, which they tracked down, it is in there. But I don't know if it's in the Matt Fury, because that's where Pepe comes from, right? But anyway, guys, much love and respect to you all, man. I got to get some. But yeah, we will have that debate: UK rappers versus US rappers. And yeah, tomorrow we'll have a great show. So big day ahead. Like I said, smash a like, guys. Follow the channel, share the content, and may God bless you all. Take care, man.